just apply some aggressive actions at mid-distance, or if he wants to go max range, pick up the Leaf Blade, or perhaps grab that Metal Blade to get going.
Yep, and all right. We've still got, okay, it looks like we're getting into game number 1 at last. We've got small battlefield at 1, and we've already seen the starting to put some pressure in the middle of the stage. Rocke now, Galaxian in hand, we're starting to look pretty good.
Trying to go ahead and get that Hydrant setups, but I dig the air dodge back. Peabnut really does not hesitate to require high when he needs to. He just seems as though he's already trying to get 1 or 2 startups here. The big combos, not necessarily something that you'd think from Megman, except from that Z-drop Metal Blade, and so far, Rocke not allowing him to actually get those setups going.
Yep. Now you can see Peabnut going in with some of the Leaf Shield, doing a great job of using that as a setup. Knows that you can send that that Hydrant, but knowing, I mean, obviously Rocke is looking for a setup, trying to let Peabnut rack on enough damage that he can just easily send that with a fair.
And did you catch that little air dodge to transfer over the Crash Bomber? I'm digging the gameplay here from Rocke. Already understands how to approach this matchup from frame 1 of game 1.
Yeah, already knowing how to set up some of these great things. The Hydrant has been forcing Peabnut into some of these recovery options that he doesn't really want to have to go for. We've got Bell, and we get another chance here. Forces the Crash Bomber explosion. Nice.
Actually, yeah, used that to reset his inbound, but unable to recover high so far. Good use of catching that projectile here. Hydrant is out, and just air dodging through those up airs, definitely a key option in this match, but you don't want to just try to like jump and then find yourself dead off the top.
All right, now already seeing like a good variety of the different fruits being utilized. I mean, obviously Rocke is trying to use the breadth of the kit to overwhelm Peabnut and keep mixing up his options. That's the danger of Pac-Man. He's got like 8 fruits.
Yeah, you have to react to each and every one that is available, and this apple, often a killing option right here, but look at the percent differential. Rocke able to clear it off with that back air. It felt like at that mid-distance, Peabnut was just struggling to get anything other than 1 stray hit.
All right, and there's that up B you're looking for. Peab going for it, trying a little bit aggressive options, but now Rocke can play that defense, can hang out, has a good regrab game as well. He's getting these items, so he's always ready with the second throw.
But good use of the Metal Blade right there into the up tilt. Not quite going to claim the stock, but solid damage here. And now Rocke in the corner. It does have that wall in between, but look at the fair immediately knocking that Hydrant away. And now advantage state here for Peabnut. Let's see what he can cook.
Ooh, yeah, be very careful with there when you rebound off the ledge, because you land on that red trampoline and you're falling straight to your death. Gets the regrab again, and then rolling right into an up tilt, well spaced by Peabnut, and knowing that roll is coming out. Now we've stacked the damage. This is looking like a great little Pac-Man combo.
It's one of those things where whenever Pac-Man has this big lead and he can just retreat back, he can apply so much damage, but good patience by Peabnut getting that forward smash and finally claiming the stock. But the Crash Bomber yet again coming back to bite Peabnut. Rocke playing around that tool so well.
Okay, yeah, and knowing that the up air is coming out, you're going to throw out that Hydrant, try to get a trade. Even if you take a little bit of damage off that up air, you are still forcing Peabnut into hit stun, and now that's not where he wants to be. He's got Bell in hand. This is where a potentially killing blow, or not, sorry, a potentially good combo could come out for Peabnut right now.
Yeah, definitely one of those spots where if you're down quite a bit, go ahead and rely on your combo game with these items. Trying to go ahead and get that Metal Blade, but again, the setup just interrupted by Rocke with the back air. Full stage control, trying to go ahead and get the bell going, but now the weak hit of that up tilt going to come back to bite Peabnut. Rocke up a solid amount here in game 1.
And now the double item play. Rocky's using his own tools and Peabnut's against him. Now we're just getting caught with the bear. You hate to see it, but this could be a high recovery caught by Peabnut. He's looking for that, but the turnaround up tilt won't do anything but shield pressure.
I think it's 3 times in a row now where we've seen the up tilt just not pay off for Peabnut, be it either getting the weak hit or just completely whiffing on it. Double parry right there from Peab, though. So defensive tools, phenomenal all of a sudden here. In the corner, though, is Peab trying to go and apply that safe shield pressure for Rocke, though. They are not quite going to connect, so Peabnut continuing to just try to fight out of this right side of the stage.
Yeah, Rocke's starting to use some of the good out-of-shield options, like even Dare is very usable here. Peabnut is going for a delayed option. He's got to be careful. Air dodging right into the fair, but he does take the hit, doesn't launch the Hydrant, so it's not too much damage. He's still got to stop the bleeding here, because right now, these Metal Blades going right through and then instantly getting shielded by Rocke just because they have the extension as they pass through the Hydrant. It's just textbook. We get that! That's going to be a nice little setup. Knowing his angles, that's a Pac-Man player at his finest.
I mean, normally I'm complimenting Peabnut for his patience, his ability to break down these combos, take a moment and wait and consider what's going to happen next. But right there, it felt like Rocky's pauses to maximize his punish game were absolutely on point.
Good stuff. You get that bell and you just let it rip. the big charge and the payoff. It's the delayed option, the flex. Rocke's going to get that. That's game 1 victory. Now let's see. He's going to have to come back from this one. Let's see what happens. I mean, what was the stage counter pick? I didn't see it. Oh, small bell. Okay.
Yep, so sticking with it. I feel like both of these players, they have some stage variety, but it really just, in this matchup, you don't really get stages that make a huge, huge difference. Like, both characters have a little bit of trouble killing, so if you want to go get something bigger, maybe you can go for a Kalos. Or if, say, Rocke wants to establish that camp game, certainly bigger stages like that will be advantageous. But these usual 2-platform situations, it seems to just not really favor either character. Very much an emphasis on neutral game in this matchup.
Still, this is a good stage counter pick for Peabnut, I think, because Rocke, the Galaxian, when you throw it from ground, it actually lands on the platform, and you are not able to get a regrab unless you're extremely precise with your inputs. So you have to be very careful here, and you got to know that you got to jump before you throw that out if you want to get a regrab, unless you throw it right in the middle of the stage.
I'm digging these jab checks, too, from Peabnut. Anytime Rocke's trying to get something set up with his items, just walk forward with the jab or toss out that one neutral air just to stop him from what he's doing. Interrupt the setups.
And then the reset, right? Like, you can't get a second freeze. Just straight up turns into knockback, right? So you can't get a second paralyze until he lands.
Platform dropping the down air there, so solid options from Peab. Just trying to just run away, walk whenever Rocke's trying to toss out these aerials, and then great out of shield punish with the up tilt, but again, not quite killing. I'm curious if Peab wants to keep that one fresh. Usually he only goes for the up tilt when he knows it's going to kill. I'm just wondering if it's perhaps in this matchup he doesn't have the out of shield option. Speaking of options.
Some time.
Yeah, 2 times in a row.
Oh, but we get the orange snipe, and that's just enough to send Peabnut out. He had already used some resources, so he wasn't able to get back. Rocke is doing a great job of just doing some consistent Pac-Man setups. I mean, he's not really breaking the bank. He's going for some flashy stuff, but I mean, I appreciate it. These up tilts, I mean, yeah, you're looking at it. Peabnut is really looking for it right now, but he got it as an out of shield option. Has to get it as a killing blow.
That dash attack, one of the most tilting moves in the game. It just feels like it has so little end lag that if you toss it out and you're not in the perfect position to punish, you just got to watch it go. The great hydrant play from Peab, just joining that right there. Rocke unable to get something set up. And then the up air, the last little hitbox catching Rocke being super greedy, going high and trying to get some fruit charge on the downswing.
All right, and also trying to catch Peabnut with a hydrant, trying to punish and force him to not want to go for those up airs without taking some damage for it.
Try to get the platform drop up air, but not going to work out. And now Rocke swinging in the corner, and I love when Peabnut has the ability to have that height directly behind him, so that he has a little wall where he can play with, where he can get actually pushed forward a little bit with those water projectiles. He's been doing such a good job adapting to that tool.
And here's the thing that makes Peabnut so dangerous with like an item in his hand. He's able to keep Rocke from charging more fruit, and he's got great B moves. Ooh.
A move's not too bad neither. He misses the tech right there, and that is an easy stock.
Yeah, for sure. We've seen a lot of bell play trying to get that confirmed. Rocke knows that that's kind of a Hail Mary that he needs. He needs to get an early stock here, and that's the best way to get it. Fortunately, we're not seeing too much key. That's a little bit transparent, and he just instantly goes for the recharge so he can get another regrab.
But now we got Mega Man with a lead, so it's time for the tilt maker. Just toss out a bunch of those lemons and say, I do not want you to build up any kind of momentum. Watch your initial dash. You have to walk at me, because the second you get stuck in any kind of animation, you're going to get checked.
I will say, like, a well-timed fair can actually beat back and actually clank with those lemons. Getting a good angle, knowing that he's able to get that up smash. Good stuff. Okay, we're actually starting to see this. The instant launch of the hydrant with the key that will throw it out on one hit.
I don't know about you, Nair, but this feels like whoever has that first bit of a lead, it just gets so much harder for the other player right here. Peabnut's defensive game plan all of a sudden paying dividends. Rocke struggling to get more than one hit in at this point.
Right, and this is why Rocke is now really going in on the aerial game. He's looking for like fastball forward tilt or something like a back air to try to get one of these stocks. He's getting a little bit desperate because he's recognizing like his projectiles are not working. Peabnut's got great item play, and right now, yeah, a quick tech to avoid all of that charge that you've spent from the key.
And then try to use the aggressive up B right there. Not quite going to connect, nor is the down air. Great parry again, but he goes for the up air instead of the back air. Surprising option right there. Perhaps trying to read out that double jump from Rocke and claim the stock immediately.
Now forced into shield discipline. Now Rocke gets something here, but again, like the apple, hopefully a kill option. Not going to do it here. This is where he's starting to run out of options. He does get that weirdly angled trampoline. He's able to get back, but this is looking pretty dire. I don't know. Peabnut on the verge of taking this game. Yep.
On the verge, no, we're completely finished. Try to toss out that little aerial, just get those stubby Pac-Man legs going, but that hard knuckle more than enough to claim the spike and claim the game. So we are drawing even here. And what did you see between the two games? What was the adaptation you think from Peabnut's side?
Well, I think Peabnut's been playing around the Pac-Man fair really well.
I agree.
Right, so the Pac-Man fair, I mean, we saw it punished in that last interaction, but it was a long time coming. it had been a lot of fairs, and he's been, okay, trying to poke out the shield. It's the fade in, fade out fair that he's been going for to try to get that safe shield pressure you mentioned in the first game. But now it's starting to dissipate in terms of usefulness. I don't know. Rocke doing a good job of still trying to do the right things, but they're just not sticking.
Trying to go ahead and get the grab right there, but good rollout by Peabnut. Just takes a moment to just watch Rocke. I'm not going to go ahead and try to punish that. I'm going to get my tools active here. Instead, tossing them up at the hard knuckle allows for the hard landing. And this air dodge immediately from Rocke 2 times in a row, bailing him out of disadvantage. I really dig that active option rather than just trying to be greedy and float back to edge.
Oh, instantly able to act out of that up tilt. Not going to be punished by Rocke. Rocke, again, looking for some save pressure, but eventually Peabnut's going to be able to get impatient throughout some of these great projectiles. And I don't know. Rocke has been caught using some of his own projectiles, so they might not have the leverage they had once.
Oh, trying for the triple dip right there was Peabnut. The first 2 up airs, he was really disciplined and not tossing out any other options there, just not being greedy. And then Rocke just finally manages to get away, DIing that properly. Using the Hydrant to go ahead and rack up some additional damage here. And also, look at Peanut's using that fair immediately after one of his own projectiles to instantly disjoint that Hydrant. Hydrant gameplay has not really been on deck for Rocke so far as of late.
Okay, and sent the other way as well. That actually allows Peabnut to take stage control, which is a really unfortunate situation for Rocke. Now, you can see he charges the fruit. There's no Hydrant to protect him, so Peabnut is going pretty aggressive with his approaches to try to stuff out that charge. As long as we can force out these bell throws and then waste all that time that Rocke spent charging, you take that as a victory. That's a win.
Look at the wait right there from Peabnut. Patient gameplay paying off, waiting for Rocke to expend all of his resources that high in the blast zone just about, and the final up air claims it.
Very nice stuff. Still going hard on the orange front, looking like he's got to play this horizontal game that Peabnut has kind of set up here. He's got a lot of great stuff with the Metal Blade that Rocke is trying to combat. Now the angles with the apple aren't panning out either. It just seems like the combo breakers that Peabnut is throwing out are very effective. He's not getting comboed. He's getting hit by like 1 or 2 straight hits and really nothing else.
Yeah, exactly. Usually we see Pack. Oh my, I had to take a minute to pause right there. I thought Rocke was dead off the top yet again.
Okay, can't get that spike, but we get the trump back air. That's going to be a nice, solid kill confirm here for Peabnut. Rocke's got to be ready. You have a quick option in the nair. You've got to be ready to use that on a hair trigger.
And actually using the, it looked like just the Z catch on the apple too. Very brave from Peabnut. Gets the tech right there, but Crash Bomber sends him back off stage and high. Using Rush to try to escape, but not enough space put between him and Rocke, as Rocke trying to keep this deficit rather close.
All because of that Crash Bomber on ledge. It really be your own. Peabnut going to get caught, and Rocke going to benefit hard. Still it's a 2-stock to 1 lead, and Rocke's got still more work to do here.
I mean, I think that you were dead on nerf when you talk about these low percentage Pac-Man combos. We're just not really seeing too much. Finally gets 2 aerials after the Invader right there, but unable to really convert too much out of it. Peabnut's just jumping out or using his up B to get the heck out of dodge. Gets a Metal Blade into the grab and tries to get the reversal with that forward smash. Instead throws hands with the up tilt directly afterwards.
I would say Rocky's probably thinking that's kind of worth. We're going to get like some of this bell set up, and we're going to get another one. Won't kill, but hey, we're getting there.
Solid damage, but the heavy weight of Mega Man definitely coming in clutch with the last 2 though.
Fair.
Instead, yeah, no way going to save you from that ghost though. Easy forward smash from Rocke.
Yeah, he wasn't able to get the right angle on the earlier one that sent him the other way, right? He was a little bit too high for the forward smash. This time it's right on. He's going to get the good clank as well, but no, gets up right into the forward smash. Peabnut, that's the game.
I am stunned by Peabnut's foresight to keep charging that forward smash. I'm sitting there like, yo, he's going to react and let it rip, right? Like, he's going to go ahead and let it go. No, absolutely not. He waited for the perfect moment just when Rocke thought it was safe to get that standard get up, absolutely cleaning that stock off.
The game of chicken pays off for Peabnut. Now, Rocke back against the wall. This is looking pretty tough.
Yeah, it's also interesting. You talked about how that stage can go ahead and cause some problems with Pac-Man Fruit as well, and yet we're still going back here. So I feel like perhaps it's one of those where Rocke just kind of recognizes, hey, I'm just getting out neutraled a little bit. At that mid-distance, he doesn't seem to have any answers to Peabnut's defensive game plan.
But this is where we can get some good stuff. Cannot force anything except an air dodge. Are we able to reset on this ledge? We get an up air, and I've noticed that Rocky's pretty good with his anti-air, so he's been using the up air as a very good way, especially when he's like using some of these falling up airs. It's actually kind of low-key good Pac-Man tech. Oh, And this is what I'm talking about, the ping pong combos with your own fruit. Very nice.
Exactly, 96 damage, so a good lead for Rocke here on stock 1. This is exactly what you want to see if you're Pac-Man. You want the time to get them up to kill percent, and then you want to be able to get these setups, but ever so slightly off, millimeters, the difference between a stock. Instead, Rocke, he
makes it back. Perfect timing. He was inches away from the blast zone, and this is a side B that saves him. Pac-Man can't really get back from anywhere.
Oh yeah, that recovery, definitely one of the top in the game, 100%.
All right, still staying alive. Great DI from Peeb. Can we get back and make something of this? He's got 66% on Rocke. He's got to get some more, especially if he's looking like he's on death's door.
And this Hydrant so far, we just saw Peabnut like swing and miss with the forward air. Whenever Rocke has that and is able to disjoint it at his pace, it feels like it's a completely different game.
Ooh, good delay there. I mean, Peabnut was still almost in danger getting caught by that falling apple. Crouching! The crouch!
Exactly, the low profile.
Yo!
What an option for Peabnut. It all led to the stock.
And with all that rage now, Peabnut can do something wild. He's still alive. And you can see the water combos. Rocke looking for that apple setup. Can't get it, but always going to get caught in the end lag of that Crash Bomber if you're looking for something.
Exactly, and the fresh Hydrant obviously making that an easy stock. Look, I like that. Actually, just wave bouncing directly off of, or excuse me, wave landing onto the platform directly off of Rush. I'm digging these like little movement options the Peanut keeps showing up.
Okay, yep, trying to get the Nair to launch that Hydrant at the good angle, but Rocke unable to do so. Forces some options, but instantly Peabnut's like, stop charging here.
Yeah, again, just the jab checks to break any kind of momentum. Rocke is definitely trying to get these combos going, but Peabnut using the verticality afforded by that triple jump in Rush to just dodge everything that he's trying here. And now the fair, too stale to actually disjoint the Hydrant in 2 blows.
Okay, and Rocke clearly knows how to re-grab the Galaxian at any given point on that platform. Looks like this is okay, even though it's a stage counter pick perhaps. Even though this might be a little bit harder to do, you can still make it work.
Good roll through on the Metal Blade as well, and then immediately just respecting the triple jab on shield. Rocke doing a great job picking defensive options that might benefit him in this spot, though. The Crash Bomber does not lead to the up air, but the second one does catch. Again, the air dodge from Rocke. He's just not getting caught with these strong blows that Peabnut's looking for.
I thought we were going to see a key to try to break the shield there. Once we saw with the falling Rocke, we were looking for something else. Okay.
Just looking for literally any kind of a strong blow right there, but Rocke reluctant to fire that one off, and it may have cost him that stock way earlier than I thought.
That's the falling up that I'm looking for. You can actually poke through the shield when you get enough whittled down, and now apple in hand, Peabnut forced to go for the Metal Blade, looking for the horizontal option, but right now Rocke is barreling at him with that Hydrant.
And now this apple, too, kind of just means that Rocke doesn't have the ability to charge fruit and apply passive pressure. Finally gets it back there, and then tries to challenge the Hydrant.
No.
Gets disjointed at the worst possible time here. Rocke might be down to the last stock here, but if we can get one of those early percentage combos, then this will be even.
He had to let go of the gas. He he could probably punish that up tilt, but it's not worth losing potentially more damage. He's got to nickel and dime his way back to the top. Right now he's off stage. Pac-Man can get back, but at what cost? You get hit by the Crash Bomber. What do we got here?
Yeah, Peabnut unable to get any setup, but look at the shield poke right there. Immediately the up air into the up smash. Great option.
Oh my God. Wiggling, holding the shield up to avoid a poke there with the down air. Beautiful stuff from Peeb. He's looking for the trump. He gets it!
These last-minute trumps, the Peabnut special, you cannot be passive at edge. You need to react the second that this man starts to dash forward at you.
Peabnut, the quick time event on ledge works yet again. Instantly sent into tumble. You gotta deal with something. And again, Pac-Man has things like Nair I would expect to be used in those trump situations, but if you're not ready for it, you just get overwhelmed. And that back air, as you mentioned, so quick from the ledge. Peabnut on a hair trigger. He just knew.
You know that you are a great player when you save kill options like that for the last stock of a close nail-biter of a